Chapter 27. Once in New York City, Decker did a mental map because everyone was being dropped off at a different destination. Tyler was first, the address, his step-grandmother's posh Park Avenue apartment. The street was 3 lanes in each direction with a median divider filled with flowers in the appropriate seasons. Now it was flat and overlaid with snow, with the exception of a few melting ice sculptures. Traffic, as usual, was clogged with a ritual horn honking that served little purpose except to add to the urban symphony. Decker pulled over to the curb, and the doorman rushed out to open the car door and greet McAdams as if he was coming back from military action. Immediately, the uniformed man relieved him of his lightweight briefcases. "Welcome back, Mr. McAdams." "Thanks, Martins. How's it going?" "You know, little this, little that, the usual." "You got it, Mr. McAdams." Tyler poked his head in the passenger window, talking to Decker. "You'll call me later?" "I will," Decker said. "Get some studying done." "Unfortunately, that'll happen because there's nothing to distract me." He tapped the car's hood as he walked away, personified wealth in a cashmere coat with a fur collar. Decker pulled the car out into thick traffic, going south. Malin rolled her eyes. "Figures," was all she said. "There's no shame in being rich," Rena said. "Did you see how the doorman rushed over like God forbid Tyler would carry his own briefcase? It's a doorman's job, and it's honest wages, being professional ass-kickers. Now, that's where you're wrong. They and the super are the fabric of these fancy buildings. Without them, the residents are helpless. I guarantee it's not an easy job." Marlon didn't answer. "I may be biased," Rena said. "I do like the uniform. I've seen pictures of Detective Decker in the early days, dressed in his uniform, very handsome." "You're making me blush." "You were a doorman?" Marlon asked. Rena laughed. "No, I mean a police officer." "Oh," Marlon sounded less enthusiastic. "Right. When was that, like the 60s? Decker asked. "Early 70s. I'm not that old, but the country was still in turmoil." "The Vietnam War, yes. Did you hear? Beat up the protesters." "You have a way with words, Malin." "I just meant that there was a lot of protests and people got beat up. A few got hurt. Most of them were simply arrested and they're going a few hours later. So what was the point of arresting them?" "Not a good idea to sanction chaos in the streets, Malin, no matter how futile the effort. Then people really do get hurt." Decker turned into fifth, headed downtown. "I feel sorry for you kids nowadays. You always groping around to see the 60s going again, and it never quite happens. And in answer to your question, I never beat anyone up." "But you arrested people." "Some idiots, including my ex-wife." "His ex-wife is a very nice woman," Rena said. "That came out wrong." "If you say so," Decker said. From the back, Rena gave him a gentle slug. "Did you always want to be a cop?" Malin asked. "Not a lifelong dream, but it was a natural coming out of the military." "You were in the army?" "I was. Did you like it?" "Like it? No, I didn't like it. I hated every moment of it. It was a non-stop, brutal and bloody nightmare." "I was drafted. Where I lived, if you were drafted, you served." "Sorry to bring it up." She sounded chastened. Decker said, "No problem. It's part of my history. Even with the war going on, you could tell that the Vietnamese people were a nice lot when they weren't sniping at you. Ree and I were back on our tour last year. I hardly recognized the country. We had a fantastic time. I kept trying to use my Vietnamese, and I made everyone laugh. I served my country. I'm very proud of my country. I'm American through and through. But revisiting the country, I just kept wondering what the hell we were doing there. The passage time, you see things differently." "What about you, Mrs. Decker? What about me? What's your background?" "You go first, Malin." "Nothing to tell, really. My parents divorced when I was 7. My father left to teach maths in Leipzig, and my mother's depressed all the time. I have a little sister who's 2 years younger and way smarter than I am. She's almost autistic. She's at Berkeley, and I don't think she'll ever return to the East Coast. They totally love her. She's not only found herself, she found others like her." "Do you keep in touch?" "Email." "That's good. Family is important." "So they tell me," Malin answered. "Now you, Mrs. Decker." "California born and bred. I grew up in Beverly Hills," which sounds a lot ritzier than it was. "We had a duplex. Our family was on top, and my uncle and aunt and my 2 cousins lived on the bottom. My dad came from a family of 8, and he and his uncle were the only ones who survived the Holocaust." Malin bit her bottom lip. "Wow. Sorry, did I stick my foot in my mouth?" "Not at all. I had a nice childhood. Our duplex was Spanish style with red roof tiles and big picture windows with lots of stained glass inserts called accidentals. It had beautiful old wood floors and original built-ins, but no aircon. In the summer, we sweltered, especially since we were in the top floor and heat rises. Eventually, my uncle died and the place was sold, and by that time, my father was doing well and we moved into a beautiful house in the swanky area of Beverly Hills. when I was in my senior year of high school. By that time, I turned so religious that I screwed anything material, dumb cock that I was. Most kids had pictures of rock stars on their walls. I had rabbis. It drove my parents nuts, which I suppose was the point. What did your father do? Melon asked. He owned a glass installation company. He was one of the first dealers in LA to move to all glass shower enclosures. My poor papa, he worked incredibly long hours. I really saw him miss my Sunday mornings when we went to synagogue. He looks so handsome, all dressed up. Her eyes start watering. Has he passed? Melon paused. Too personal? No, he's still alive, but not in the best of health. But he's 96. My mother, who's 94, is still as lucid as they come. It's much to the detective's dismay. What are you talking about? It's wonderful that she's so with it. She's still telling him how to run his life. Decker laughed. That's true. Do you see them often? Well, we moved to the East Coast and they moved to the Florida, so we actually see them and the detective's mother a lot more now that we're in the same time zone. Nice. Melon turned quiet. Decker had finally wandered his way into the East Village. He stopped in front of NYU's scattered buildings, a purple flag waving in the winter breeze, even on a Sunday with chilly temperatures. Students took up Washington Square Park and its environs. Manhattan was a city in perpetual motion. I don't know where the library is, Melon. Decker told her, but if you ask, I'm sure someone will help you out. This is fine. Her voice had turned very quiet. Thanks. She got out and closed the door. Want to sit up front? Decker asked his wife. Absolutely. Rena got out of the car and sat in the passenger seat. I miss having you here. I miss the conversation we have when we take these long drives. Thank you. I do too. Decker scooted the car back into the traffic and headed to Brooklyn. What do you make of her? Melon, another wood animal. You want to hear a pronouncement laid on me? I think that she's perfect for Tyler, provided that she isn't a suspect in anything. Decker laughed. That's still not a closed book. Yes, I know. Do you really suspect her, or are you just saying that to cover your bases? I don't know, Rena. Until we get into Belfort's computer, I have to be psychologically prepared for anything. If the tech doesn't crack it by this weekend, I'm just going to get the warrants to get the email information from the server. She used a lot of them. A different server for a different purpose. My thoughts too. She was wearing a lot of hats and probably one of them got her killed anyway. Enough about my ignorance. What do you and Rachel and Willie have planned? Actually, it worked out perfectly. Rachel has to go to work at the hospital until 5 and I'm going to babysit. Meaning you're going to be exhausted. Lily's in preschool. I'm going to pick her up in an hour. Rachel has left me a list of suggestions for both food and activities. I know how to get to the park. I know how to get to the JCC Children's Centre. Plus, Lily still naps at around 2, so I'm covered. I don't think this interview will take all that long. I could meet you at their apartment around 2. Great, but call first. We'll never wake a sleeping toddler. I thought it was a sleeping line. One and the same. Ryan Belford had made his home near the waterfront in a posh condo that sat above Starbucks, a tea shop, and an organ vegan restaurant that boasted a raw food health bar, which Decker interpreted as uncooked vegetables. The area was lively, the streets were packed, and parking was more of a concept than reality. The closest spot was 5 blocks away, but the sun had managed to peek through the clouds, and there was at least promise of a better day ahead. The building was 6 stories with Belford's unit on floor 3. The man who answered the door was indeed the same guy in the pictures as Karina's house, good-looking and in his 30s, tall with broad shoulders, blue eyes, and tawny-coloured hair. He was dressed in sweats and socks, and while he didn't exactly welcome Decker with open arms, Ryan allowed him past the threshold, which was enough in Decker's book. The living room was tidy and spare, apparently of neatness surrounding the family. Ryan popped into a celadon green couch and slapped his hands over his face in a dry wash. Then he looked up. Any news? Not yet. I'm having her computer looked into. That should tell us something. Maybe lead us in the right direction. Okay. Belfort pointed to the chair and Decker sat down. So why the visit if nothing's new? I wanted to offer any condolences in person, and I'm also wondering if there's anything you might be able to remember about Katrina that might help me. Sometimes the smallest things turn out to be big. Nothing more than I told you over the phone. Tell me about your sister, Decker said. What was she like? What would you want her legacy to be? Interesting question, he sighed. She was always in my corner. We got along great. Protective? In a way that made you stick for yourself. She enabled others. That's what she was, an enabler, but in a good way. Positive outlook? Yes. How she got along with others growing up? She had friends, if that's what you mean. Life of the party? I wouldn't say that, but I never remembered her complaining about her social life. Boyfriends? Nothing serious that I remember. She was always pretty, so she could be choosy. A long pause. She was good with guys, with my friends for sure. They talked about sports and cars, and she joined in like she was one of them. She was easy to talk to, the kind of girl you can take out for a beer. She could converse on almost any subject. any specific topic that she'd like to talk about. Belfort gave the question some thought. Because she was such a math person, she rarely talked about what she was doing, mostly centered around what you were doing. Even in adulthood, when we got together, if we weren't gossiping about our friends, we talked about my work, not hers. But she felt close enough to get to you to confide that she was having an affair with a married man. She felt close enough to tell you his name. Belfort Wind's not my finest moment, but it wasn't serious. I only found out about it because I came down to visit her on her birthday, and there was a big bouquet of expensive flowers that was just overwhelming her apartment. She told me it was from a friend, and then I started to tease her. She told me it wasn't all serious. He was just someone that was convenient, and besides, he was married, which she said worked out well for both of them. Big bouquet of flowers. Maybe he was more serious than she was. He shook his head and furrowed his brow. Surely you don't think he hurt her? It ended over 2 years ago. You told us the name, so we checked it out. Jason Logan moved to California a year ago and was an associate professor at Pepperdine in Malibu. He lived a block from the beach, and he claims he hasn't left the West Coast in over 3 months. His last trip was to Hawaii with the family in November. I have no reason to doubt him. Well, like I said, she never mentioned having problems with him. Unfortunately, she must have been having problems with someone. You don't think it was an accident, her death? You never told me the specifics. Her death wasn't accidental. That's a definite suicide. Perhaps more likely someone's trying to make it look like a suicide. How? A fake note, pills, by his side, a gun in hand. I didn't see it was a slapped together job, Miss Burke, something that wasn't well thought out. Oh dear God, he shook his head. Well, she never said anything to me about problems with anyone. So whoever it was, she might not have perceived that person as a serious threat. I agree with you there. Velvet blew out air. The whole thing is so unreal. I just can't believe she's gone. 1 minute she's in my life, and then poof, she's had years in front of her, things to accomplish. His eyes watered. It isn't fair. You must see that all the time, how unfair life is. I do, Decker said, and it's frustrating. How often do you solve these things in your satisfaction? Good question, Decker said. I'm still at it, so I guess I get enough to keep me going. Do you think you'll find my sister's killer? It wasn't a random murder. It just may take time to button everything down, but I'll get an arrest. I'm confident of it. Greenberry is a small town. There are only so many places where people can hide, so you're pretty sure it wasn't someone she knew. I'm pretty certain, yes. I can picture her making anyone that mad. It's so unfair. Yes, it is. I'm so sorry about that. I can't do anything about the unfairness, Miss Belfort. Hopefully I can do something about the justice. Thank you for listening.